Louis Vuitton is going crazy for their classic Neverfull tote bag. In September and November, the brand is releasing several new versions of the Neverfull tote. They're also introducing a new version of the Neverfull in their men's collections in January. In today's video, we're going to go over all the details of all the new Neverfulls being released at Louis Vuitton. Hey there, this is Alula West Deluxe. Thank you so much for joining me in another video. Or if you're new here, a very warm welcome to you. On my channel, I like to share advice on how to make smarter luxury shopping decisions based on my own personal experiences. I also like to preview new releases at my favorite brand, Louis Vuitton, and that is exactly what we're doing in today's video. But before we jump into that, I do want to quickly acknowledge that I'm a little bit under the weather. I have been sick this week, so I might sound a little bit different. I probably sound very nasally, and I do apologize for that. Hopefully it's not too distracting. Now, let's get into the video. We're talking all about the classic Louis Vuitton tote bag, the Neverfull. Here's one that I own in the black empreinte leather. This bag has been around for over a decade, I think maybe close to a decade and a half at this point, and it's a classic at Louis Vuitton. These versions of the Neverfull are not going anywhere. There's no changes to these bags in particular. What Louis Vuitton is doing instead is adding several new versions of the Neverfull to the lineup. There's a few releasing on September 20th, and then there's a few more releasing on November 7th. Those are all part of the women's collections. And then there's a new version releasing in the men's collection in January. So let's go over them in the order that they're being released. So starting with September, we're getting a new collection called Epi Heritage Colors. And Louis Vuitton is releasing a few bags, mostly the Neverfull and the Noe bucket bag, in their classic heritage colors for Epi leather. This collection will include 4 versions of the Neverfull. It's all the same as the current version of the Neverfull MM, but in 4 new colors in Epi leather. Those colors include black, Borneo, which is that bright green color, Fauve, which is a really rich brown, and Rouge Castilian, which is a beautiful bright red. The black version is the only one that's permanent. The other colors, the red, green, and brown, are all seasonal, and they're expected to be available in stores for around 6 months. These bags will be priced at $2,480, and all 4 colors will be available in the Neverfull MM size only. So this is the first new version of the Neverfull that's being released, or should I say re-released. And again, this is releasing globally on September 20th. Also releasing on September 20th is a new version of the Neverfull MM called the Inside Out. And this is a really interesting version. One side of the Neverfull is leather. It's the same smooth leather that we see featured in the new Low Key line. And the other side is monogram canvas. So it's fully reversible, leather on one side, monogram canvas on the other. The straps on the side of the bag will be on one side only. They're on the monogram side. The leather side has the 2 D-rings where the straps would go, but there's no straps there. When you zoom in on the photo, it looks to me like the straps are sewn on, so I don't think you can remove the straps and switch them from one side of the bag to the other. I'm not really a huge fan of how Louis Vuitton designed the straps on this bag. I think it would have been better to make them removable so you could attach them on either side of the bag, or sew them on both sides of the bag. I do also think it might be slightly annoying to have the straps on the inside of the bag when you're using it on that side. I think it could be easy for your items to get caught in those straps, so definitely use a bag organizer to keep your items from getting tangled up in those straps. Another key difference between this bag and the classic Neverfull is that there's no interior pocket. They have kept the pochette that comes inside the bag, so this new version does include the pochette. One thing I really love about the pochette is that Louis Vuitton has attached a D-ring on both sides of the zipper, so you can attach a strap to both sides of those D-rings and use this pochette as a crossbody or a little shoulder pochette or even a belt bag. So it is very versatile. I don't know the exact dimensions of this pochette, but I'm assuming it should be the same or about the same size as the pochette that currently comes with the Neverfull MM. This bag is coming in two different colors. Black leather on one side, monogram canvas on the other. The second version is with the cognac leather with the monogram canvas on the opposite side as well. And those two bags are both priced at $3,250. The next version, also launching on September 20th, is the Neverfull BB. This is coming in three colors: black, turtle dove, and a really bright fuchsia pink. And this one again will feature leather on one side, monogram canvas on the reverse side. It will have a removable pochette. I do like the way they've designed this pochette. It looks really cute. It does also have those two D-rings on both sides, so you could wear this as its own bag, as a crossbody or a belt bag. The Neverfull BB does also come with a crossbody strap, which you could also attach. And just like the bag itself, the strap is leather on one side and monogram canvas on the opposite side, so you can wear the strap on either side depending on how you want to match it with your bag. Unfortunately, this strap is not adjustable. I don't know how long the strap is or what the drop length is, but just to make a note that it is not an adjustable strap. This bag will be priced at $2,850 US. The euro price should be 2,200 euro. I know a lot of people are really looking forward to this release, and especially if you want this bag in pink, I would recommend pre-ordering it. I do think the pink one has the potential to sell out. Moving on to the final version of the Neverfull, launching on September 20th, we have a Neverfull GM. Unfortunately, I don't have a great photo of this bag. I'll insert the best photo I have right now. This is in monogram canvas, and it looks like it has a fabric on the opposite side with some travel stamps on it. This is in the beige colorway, and this does also include a crossbody strap. I don't have any information on the strap length and whether or not the strap is adjustable. However, it is removable. And again, this is launching very soon on September 20th. So if you're interested in this bag, I would recommend definitely reach out to your local store or client advisor or even Louis Vuitton client services, and they should have more information about this bag if you're interested in it. Moving on to the Neverfull versions that will be released on November 7th. There's two being released, and they're almost exactly the same with one key difference. The first version I want to talk about is the Neverfull Upside Down in the MM size, and this version has full vachetta leather trim. It will be coming in three different colors. All three versions have monogram canvas on the outside, and the interior lining is in either pink, yellow, or red. And this has a quote unquote resistant lining. So it sounds like there's some sort of water repellent built into this lining or some sort of stain repellent. I don't know the details on it. I don't think there's a special coating on it. I feel like there's probably some sort of stain or water resistance built into the material itself. But I have seen this described internally as a quote resistant lining. So I did want to mention that. This bag is designed to be reversible, as is the classic original Neverfull. It was also designed to be reversible. This bag, in addition to the bright, vibrant new lining colors, also has a crossbody strap attached to it. This is not the first time we've seen a crossbody strap on the Neverfull. There was a crossbody strap in a special collection 2 years ago. Speaking of the crossbody strap, again, like on the BB version, I don't know what the drop length is for this strap, but I do know that it is a removable strap, so there's that. And there is monogram canvas on one side with the matching color on the opposite. So the color on the opposite side of the strap will match the interior lining. This bag is priced at $2,440 US or 1,800 euro. I think that is actually a decent price for the Neverfull MM. The standard version in monogram canvas is currently priced at $2,030 US, so it's a $400 upcharge for the crossbody strap, which I do think is fairly reasonable for Louis Vuitton these days. You would pay around $400 or even more to buy the crossbody strap separately, so I think that is a pretty fair price based on what the standard Neverfull MM currently costs. The second version of this bag, releasing on November 7th, is exactly the same as the previous one, except instead of vachetta leather trim, it has matching colored leather trim. So the color of the interior lining will be the same color as all of the trim on the bag. This is coming in 4 colors instead of 3. The same 3 colors we saw before, pink, red, and yellow, plus a 4th color, which is a very beautiful blue color. So I really like this version of the bag. I think if you're going to go for that new color for the lining, just go all in and get the treated leather as well. I do really like that. I think it's a really nice addition to this bag. There has been a little bit of confusion about how accessible this bag will be. So it was reported on Instagram that this bag is a New York exclusive. However, I have also seen some documentation stating that this bag will be part of the Colormania collection. So it might not be a New York exclusive based on what I've seen. However, I have also heard from reputable sources that it is a New York exclusive. This bag is releasing on November 7th, so I wouldn't worry about that too much yet. I would wait until October when pre-orders open, and hopefully we'll have a little bit more clarity at that point about where this bag will be accessible from. Here's a closer look at this bag. This will be priced at $2,440 US, the same price as the other version with the vachetta leather trim. Personally, if I was going to spend that much money on a new Neverfull with the crossbody strap, I would just go all in and get the version with the treated colored leather as opposed to the version with the vachetta leather. But that's just me. Let me know which version you would pick. And those are all of the new Neverfull bags launching in the women's collection. There is one more I want to mention launching in the men's collection, and this is called the Nevereverfull. I hate the name of the bag, but that's what they picked. the Nevereverfull. This was previewed in the Runway collection shown last month for the men's Spring-Summer 2025 collection. This bag features a zip closure, which is what everyone has been asking for years on the Neverfull. It's coming to the men's collection, Spring-Summer 2025. We should be seeing that collection in stores in January. I already previewed this bag in another video, my video where I recapped the Spring-Summer 2025 show. I have not gotten any additional information from when I showed that video a month ago. So what I'm going to do, instead of repeating myself since I'm sick, I'm going to link to that video in the description box below. I'm going to link to exactly the part where I talk about that bag. So go to the video description, click that link to hear all about the Nevereverfull launching in the men's collection in January. So go watch that next to hear about the leather version and the canvas version of the Nevereverfull launching in January. With that, I'm really feeling it in my sinuses right now, so I'm going to log off and take some medicine. I will leave another video up here for you to watch next, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.